Welcome back, everybody, to a brand new episode of Pikmin. Previously, we have crash landed on a strange planet, showing that we have 30 days to survive on a planet trying to collect 30 ship parts. We found the Pikmin, and we have gotten our new objective. Today, we're going to be landing on the Forest of Hope, trying to gather more ship parts and trying to gather as much Pikmin as we need. So, today onward, we get to deal with the day system. I'll explain it once we actually get started on this. My dolphin has returned to the surface along with the Pikmin's onion. Being alone on a strange planet makes me somewhat uneasy, so I shall call the Pikmin out of the onion. All I need to do is stand in the light beneath the onion and beckon them. So, stand under the onion, you press A to get the menu, and you get to collect Pikmin. The top number is the Pikmin in the onion. The bottom number is the Pikmin that are going to your party, and the middle one is just telling you how much Pikmin are gonna be going between the onion and the and Olimar's party. We're gonna be doing more Pikmin collecting here, but for now, we're gonna be breaking this wall. Anytime you can do something, usually have them break down a wall. This wall here can be broken down with Pikmin. The white one is the weakest one. There is another one that come out later that you'll see, and you can just do that. There's also another wall here that even if we take our Pikmin to it, they can't break it down. They'll just stop it after a while because they can't do anything. So for now, we're just gonna grab our Pikmin to work on the wall, and we can just do this. Our game plan for today is just to see if we can get any more ship parts collected, and hopefully from all this yellow you're seeing, we might get something new. But before we do any of that, let's go to this patch of grass over here. You can control your Pikmin or manage your Pikmin to this patch of grass. Some Pikmin will start plucking it, and hopefully we get to see something. Nice. There we go. Another intriguing discovery. A local variety of grass produces a sort of yellow nectar. When a Pikmin drink this delicacy, they instantly mature into flowers. This apparent Pikmin favorite seems to be full of nutrition. Closer observation is needed to determine the strengths and peculiarities of these flower Pikmin. So yeah, anytime you see a patch of grass, you can just go to it, pluck it, and the nectar instantly matures a Pikmin from leaf to flower. So, I know this is going to be explained later in the game, either by just Olimar saying it, or if we do something. Pikmin have 3 different stages of growth. They have flower, they have bud, and leaf. Leaf is the weakest of the 3, meaning they're more prone to tripping, they're slower within the group, and they'll lag behind. Bud is the middle of the 2, middle speed and middle weight, quote unquote. And after that, flower means they are the fastest, they're less prone to tripping, and they'll catch up to you as much as they can. And when I see when I say tripping, in this game Pikmin do trip from time to time because of just stuff of moving them around like that. It is funny, but also kind of annoying because they will just get stuck and all that, and sometimes it's not a fun idea to have them trip. Usually tripping's not that bad, but after a while it just starts to get annoying and all that. So right now I'm just trying to get more Pikmin to the base, or get more stuff, because any more Pikmin is good. One other thing you can do is that you can just hold a Pikmin. If you have only one Pikmin in your party, you could just hold A, and you could just move as fast as Olimar with one Pikmin. it's really cool, and like it gets you back to base a lot faster because though the flower Pikmin are fast, they'll still lag behind ever so slightly. So just use that to your advantage if you need to get back to base and you just only have one Pikmin and you don't want to babysit them. Right now I've just been getting a bunch of red Pikmin. Usually red Pikmin in this game are the most important ones. I'll explain it later once we get more Pikmin, but for now red Pikmin are just the better ones for now. But let's just go on forward because we are wasting time. The day system in Pikmin is that we have at least 13 to 15 minutes to progress within a day, and with the day limit, those days will act up and the end goal will be catching up faster and faster than we expect. Why? It's the eternal fuel dynamo. It has an unlimited energy supply. I won't have to worry about saving electricity anymore. This will make my flight for survival a bit easier. 40 Pikmin to catch this one, so we can take this back to base. So yeah, first ship part down. Usually how you want to play Pikmin is that you want to collect, theoretically, a part per day. In practice, you want to collect at least 2 per day. 2 to 3 ship parts per day. As I said, theoretically, you just need 1 Pikmin or 1 ship part a day, which is not bad, but once you see how some of the bullshit in the game is, you would rather go up to 2 to 3 ship parts per day. Eternal fuel dynamo. This should light things up. No more candles for me. I've now recovered 2 out of 30 ship parts. If I can just find 3 more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities. So yeah, now we got our goal as well. If we can collect 3 more ship parts, the capability of the ship will just increase. Any enemy we defeat will be turned into food for the Pikmin that they can just carry back to their base. And usually it's good to give that to the Pikmin, but what do you call it? If you just keep them down, if you keep them down to where they at the end of the day, most of the enemies you defeat will not be there. So like their bodies are just going to be stuck there. They're not going to be there the next day because of the enemy's nocturnal instincts. Jesus Christ, sorry guys, my throat's a little parched. But yeah, let's just destroy this. We get to destroy the little Bulborb there and this one, which every enemy has a name in it, even the Peleposies we fight. That is a dwarf Bulborb, and the big one over there is a spotty Bulborb. Usually the dwarf Bulborb are up and they are like a little nuisance because of like they can just call their parents to deal with you. While the spotty Bulborbs, they're usually sleeping, they're usually nocturnal, they wake up at night, and they will devour a massive amount of Pikmin. So, now we can go to this little onion here. Go to this little onion and we get to see a brand new Pikmin brought out. So, we got a brand new Pikmin, and I'm just gonna disband my group of reds right there. Pick up this and we get introduced to a brand new Pikmin color, yellow. The color is different, but it seems to be a Pikmin nonetheless. First glance suggests that this one has what, in some circles, could be considered very large ears. It looks like it may weigh less than the others. In what other ways might be different from red Pikmin? Must be sure to observe them closely. I can hold the Pikmin for a moment when I hold them, and then swap them by just calling them to me. So yeah. One thing in this game is that if you have multiple Pikmin in your group, you can hold A to grab a Pikmin, and you can just press B to swap the color of what you want. Also in this game that was actually brought from Pikmin 2 to Pikmin 1 re-release is that you can actually change the maturity. You can change how you throw the maturity of the Pikmin from leaf to bud to flower. So some stuff you don't accidentally throw a flower Pikmin in, making you lose flowers. It's a good thing to know, and I think they explain it later in the game, but it's good to figure that out now before you do anything stupid. My clock has indicated the coming of noon. From now on, I must pay close attention to the sun meter on my monitor and choose my actions accordingly, so it is best for me to review my monitor's data. Across the top of my monitor, the sun meter and day display. At the bottom are my spacesuit damage meter and Pikmin gauges. From the left, these numbers reflect the Pikmin under my command, Pikmin those in field, and total Pikmin, including those in the onion. To adjust my monitor, and yeah, they're just going to be explaining the same controls we can do. Press Z to rotate your camera left and right to zoom, up on the D-pad to change the viewpoint. You could also hit the plus button to see everything you have learned so far on the controls. It's really good to know. But for now, we don't need that. Also, as you saw, we have no map of the area. That gets explained later on, but it's funny that they just show we have no map. We need a map. Oops, I don't need to tuck on the Pikmin. So yeah, we just need to collect these yellows to get more progression. Yellow Pikmin in this game have just two things. One, they're lighter than the red Pikmin. So with their ears and like their weight, they get thrown higher than normal red. The normal red Pikmin, and it gets them to areas that you have not seen before, and it's really good. It is really good to know that. So anytime you see a ship part, or pellets, enemies that you can kill on a higher ledge, you could just throw yellows onto it and they'll grab it, no sweat. It's really good to know, and honestly, it's a good thing to know because later on they're going to be forcing you to figure that out. All right, so we have I think I might just give the spotty bulborb to the yellow Pikmin just so they can build up their numbers, but for now I'm going to stop getting yellows. Second use for yellow Pikmin is going to be shown up pretty soon. Let's just get the Pikmin on the spotty bulborb. I think all of them are going to be going onto it. Yeah, all of them are going to be going onto it, and we're just going to be going on to that. Also, one other thing about Pikmin AI is that they usually take a route. They try to take the closest route and the easiest route towards their target. So right now we're just going to swarm Pikmin onto this, and we get shown what yellow Pikmin can do. Yellow Pikmin have picked up some peculiar stone. Why did they decide to grab them? This action seems to be instinctive to the yellow Pikmin. But just what are those glowing stones? Rolling stones! Brightly glowing cracks cover them. Perhaps these cracks indicate that there's tremendous power locked away within them. This merits further research. So yeah, yellow Pikmin are the only type of Pikmin that can collect these types of rocks. And usually, you don't need that much yellow Pikmin. Yellow Pikmin in this game are technically the worst in this game. They're the only Pikmin that can carry these rocks. They can explain later. I'm just saying the names way too early. But usually, other than that, they're just used for puzzles. You could also like change them to have your rock Pikmin be shot. And it's really good to know that now as well because you'll have a bad time if you don't know that. The glowing rocks the yellow Pikmin picked up seem to be an explosive stone. Perhaps they know that these stones can be used as powerful weapons. The bomb rocks are dangerous, so I must take care of when using them, but they should be able to blast open stone walls that block the pathways. Maybe even able to use them against some wild creatures. I must be vigilant. When I throw bomb rock carrying Pikmin and give them the orders, they will toss their bomb rocks at nearby walls or obstacles. The explosive power of bomb rocks is tremendous, so I must keep my distance. Yes, bomb rocks are really dangerous. If you're not careful with bomb rocks, they will blow up the entire party and cause you to to destroy a bunch of Pikmin. And if you are very careful about that, that won't be a problem. But later on, with like bullshit from other games, it's a good idea to keep an eye on what to do with your bomb rocks. Right now I could go grab another ship parts, like more ship parts in general, but right now I want to open up this little stone wall here. Since we got bomb rocks, we can actually open up this wall here, giving the Pikmin a little shortcut to go back to a base. And usually these gray ones take 3 stones to destroy, and you can actually like throw multiple rock or bomb rock Pikmin at these walls and they won't be destroyed. So it's a good idea to keep an eye on that. You can usually throw 2 bomb rocks within a time limit. If you're very good, you can throw 3 in a time limit before Pikmin start dying. Any more than 3 and you're just going to be starting to imitate, like you're going to start to regret your decisions because they don't usually survive that long. So yeah, now we get more enemy types. Sheer grubs. Got out of the damn way, guys. So we got a new type of enemy, sheer grubs. The females don't do anything. The purple ones, the male sheer grubs, actually do damage to the Pikmin. They actually do eat Pikmin. So usually if you see a sheer grub, a female one, be careful because there might be a male one coming up soon, and they usually try to grab Pikmin. All right, that's one Pikmin gone. All right. Usually when I try to do this, you cannot have your Pikmin swarmed, because usually how their AI is that if they're near an enemy, they'll just pick it up to take it back to the onion. And usually it's a good idea, but sometimes you're gonna like lose a bunch of Pikmin that way because they're gonna be going through enemies. And this is why you also have to babysit your Pikmin sometimes, because they will go in enemy territory and they're most likely gonna die. It's my whimsical radar. With this, I'll be able to see all nearby ship parts in a single glance. I just open up my map to check it. This find fills me with great hope. Now that we've gotten our radar, we can actually start seeing, we can actually start to see some, of the ship parts on the map, which is really good the next day onward. So I'm trying to bring that back to base immediately. But right now, as we see, there is a spotty bulboard. The one good thing about like the command prompt in this is that you can actually you could just like have them go across a little narrow area just so you can take them away from any potential battles. It's really good to master, and you can sneak around enemies with like a huge group of Pikmin. My clock is indicating the approach of sunset. Pikmin waiting beneath the dolphin and onions will probably enter the onions on your own. But if I don't call the stragglers and add them to my group, they may not be able to get back. I'm sure that the Pikmin still planted are safe, but I'm somewhat concerned about leaving Pikmin to fend for themselves in the darkness. Yeah, so now that it's sundown, we gotta be very, very careful with how we control our Pikmin from that day forward. Excuse me, my throat is getting more parched. Any Pikmin we have left behind are going to just try to fend for themselves in sunset, and usually it's a bad idea. When you see it's sunset, try to keep your Pikmin carrying to a minimum. That's why the paler hue color is a good idea, because anytime they get pale, they won't be able to make it back to your base. Right now, all our Pikmin are doing something. I'm gonna call these two so we don't get more Pikmin up. But we have taken the whimsical radar back to our base, meaning we can actually see ship parts from day 3 onward. Whimsical radar. This important part can detect the location of other missing ship parts. The radar will be added to my monitor, which I can open my HUD to view. Up and down zooms in and out, and this will surely help me in my search for the remaining ship parts. And I'll recover 3 out of 30 ship parts. If I could just find 2 more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities. So yeah, we've gotten 2 ship parts today, and following Olimar's, following Olimar's Olimar's thing is that if we hit the pause button, oh, that's the wrong button. Huh, that's weird. Well, I can explain it tomorrow then. I actually did not know you cannot just open up the map when you collect the whimsical radar until it's implemented tomorrow. So yeah, we have gotten a good amount of reds today. We have started getting yellows, and we've gotten 2 ship parts collected to our ship. We are actually doing pretty good for today onward. We get the blast off, and we get to see all of the creatures, nocturnal animals, wake up to nothing and have to resort to eating each other. 2 days since impact. It appears that many of my ship parts have landed in this region. If I could just recover the parts of my radar, I should be able to use my radar screen. How that would improve my chances? Then I'd only have to open up my map to locate the parts. Yet, there seems to be many hostile life forms. If I am attacked and my spacesuit takes damage, I must return to my ship. I can stand in front of it and make suit repairs. As I explore, I must pay attention to my suit's damage meter in the bottom left corner of the screen. So yeah, we have spotted 74 Pikmin today. We have lost 2 in battle, and we have collected 2 ship parts today. Pretty good day. And I will say this, we have lost 2 in battle. When we get to a certain area in the game, I will say my gripes about this game. But for now, try to figure out why we lost 2 Pikmin. One did lose, and we did see a ghost from it. That's how Pikmin are shown to be lost. If you don't remember, or if you didn't see it, pay close attention. You're gonna see it, and it sucks. But for now, wow, this is a long episode, longer than I expected. But for now, we have collected 2 ship parts, and we're gonna end off this episode here. Next time on Pikmin, we're gonna be going back to the Force of Hope with our new and improved map, Window Radar, to see if we can find any more ship parts we can collect. Thank you all for joining me today. Hope you have enjoyed this episode, and talk to y'all then.